What's up, everyone? This is Kevin Meadows, and this is Invest With Me. I hope you all are having a good week. I know the market has been a little bit rough starting out, but it is picking back up. We have a few picks to look at, so let's go ahead and do that. Our first pick comes from Benzinga, and that's GMS. Let's take a look and see. Looking at today's chart, we do see that GMS had a really good morning to afternoon performance, and then it just went down a little bit throughout the afternoon, ending off the closing bell. Now looking at the 1 month, we do see that it is on a downtrend since late August, but within that 21st of our current month, it is picking back up, and hopefully it goes even further from there. Now looking at the 6 months, we do see that it is an up and down chart, but throughout the whole 6 months itself, it has been green. Year to date, we do see a 39% increase throughout the year. And Yahoo Finance, if you look at that long term, they do see this as a bullish stock. Looking into tip ranks, we see it as a moderate buy. We have a high of $62, an average of $59.40, and a low of $56. When looking into FinViz, we do see that it is on an upward trend. Now in September, you can see that it did touch that support level, and now it is on a rise. So hopefully from there, if you do get in, you'll benefit within that. In Benzinga, looking at the analytical rankings, we do see that there is a price target change within this month. And it went from $49 to $56. So they do see this as a potential buy, and they are optimistic about this stock. The reason why Benzinga sees this as a potential buy is because that an analytical ranking firm that owns 10% of this company did buy additional shares, basically 8,247 shares. So this firm is optimistic about this company in the future. Our next stock comes from Tip Ranks, and we have LICY. They see this as a potential buy because within Q3 of their earnings, within the revenue, they have been up 840% year over year, and delivering good announcements about the company and what they plan on doing. When looking at today's chart, it did start off well throughout the morning to afternoon, and then it just basically slowly died down, but nothing to be concerned about because throughout the market, it seemed like it had the same performance. Looking into the 1 month, it did have a slow decrease throughout, but their performance increased throughout the middle of September. 6 months chart, we do see that it's green throughout. It did have a hard drop from June to September, but it is recovering back, and it's recovering back pretty fast. Year to date, we do see that it started off on an upward trend, and like the 6 months chart, it was on the downtrend, but it is trying to come back up to its highs of $14.25. Now in Tip Ranks, and looking at it, we see this as a strong buy with a high of $15, an average of $13.83, and a low of $11. In FinViz now, we do see that it was on a downward trend from March, but it is showing potential chances of growth since it is passing that resistance line that we're seeing in purple. Now in Benzinga, we do see that the analytical rankings, and we have this as a buy situation where price targets are much higher than the actual price of what it is now. So from what I'm getting, this could be a potential buy to get into. Our last stock for today comes from Motley Fools, and we have BAM. When looking at today's chart, it's basically similar to the last two stocks that we looked at. Started off well within the morning to afternoon and then just slightly decreased throughout. On the 1 month, we see that this stock stayed consistent within that 55 to 56 range, but it did take a hard dip near the middle of September, but it is recovering back. Now looking at the 6-month chart, and we do see that this stock had consistent growth throughout. And in total, we have a 20% increase. Looking at the year to date, it's basically the same as the 6 months with a good looking chart and approximately a 30% increase year to date. Within tip ranks, we do see this as a strong buy. A high of $71, an average of $61.69, and a low of $47.69. Looking at Finviz, we do see that this stock is on a rise. And you also see that it did touch that support level and it's on its way up. In Benzinga, and looking at the analytical rankings, we don't have any changes in price targets for this month, but if we look at last month, we do see that 2 firms did change their price and it went from $59 to $65 and $57 to $61. So they are optimistic about this stock. Lastly, with all this information provided, just use this as a strategy when it comes to buying a particular stock. So do your due diligence, look into their financial statements, look and see what news they have, see where the market is going, and then from there, decide either to buy in or look somewhere else. Hopefully some of these picks will be beneficial for you. Lastly, I want to say thank you to you all for watching. And if you're new, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell button if you like the content. I'm here to help you all. So if there's anything you need from me, please let me know. So, y'all have a good day and a good weekend. Bye.